were we? Well, where we are right now is headed back in the opposite direction, but when I left you last time, we had just reached Fradley Junction and we were heading down the familiar stretch to us, down to Faisley past Street Hay. But we encountered a few obstacles along the way. A storm had blown through, quite a serious storm, as many of you in the UK will remember, and there was trees down left, right and centre, and a lot of the trees on the canal network always looked like they're teetering on the edge, and some of them just needed a gentle push. Well, there was a few had a gentle push, but some of them, and the big ones, just completely snapped. Okay, back there a ways, before we hit Hopworth, dog walker tells us 2 trees are down, you can't get through, might as well pull over. And then a boat came the other way and I asked how far they came and they said only from Hopworth. So I went, okay. Another boat comes along, says you might as well pull over now, there's no getting through, CRT won't be there for a while. So we pulled over at a convenient spot and then I took a walk down there, and then what I encountered was this. Now luckily everyone was pretty well armed and there was a lot of chainsaws available from all the boats that were queued up waiting to get through the blockage. So a few health and safety rules were clearly out the window, but everyone was paying attention and they weren't being daft, and they were taking as many precautions as was necessary to stop anybody from being injured, and progress was being made for sure. And everybody wanted to help out. So in any way they could, whether it was just grabbing hold of a line tied to a branch, they were pulling that stuff out. Everybody got involved, and those that weren't pulling and pushing were making cups of tea. And some people literally did wade in more than others, especially this lady. After a slight fall, she was already in the water and she thought, well, while I'm already here, let's get in there and get some of this stuff done. What a trooper. And slowly but surely, progress was definitely being made and was slowly clearing a pathway to hopefully get through very soon. So now, after all that hard work, chainsaws, pulling, winching, chainsaws, the first boat is nudging its way through. This boat gets through, the rest of us are coming through shortly afterwards, and there's a good 20 plus boats waiting behind this one to make their way. Yeah, it looks good to me. We're definitely coming through. And after several hours of what was a group effort, I mean, I helped out in a very minimal way, dragging a few bits out here and there when I could get in there. But there was obviously a team of people there that were used to working with each other and have an awful lot of tools, and a few of the other boaters added to those tools, so there was ample chainsaws and saws, etc. They managed to get it clear. Now I'm sure a few health and safety rules were broken along the way, but rather than waiting days for that to get clear and the navigation being closed, now all of a sudden in excess of 20 boats have managed to get through. So that's basically down to the group effort of all those people that chipped in, which was amazing to see, lovely to see in fact. Yeah, so we can continue on our journey and get to our destination. Now as I went to have a look, this was the first tree that I saw that I thought might be one of the ones that they said was down, but it's not quite down, it's nearly down, sort of down, going to be down very soon. Ooh, he steers past. Okay. So as you can see, that is coming down very, very soon. Here we are at the scene of the crime. I'm going to pick my way through here, hopefully. But it appears it's not over yet. Another tree seems to be down further along, and word on the Canal grapevine as people pass is that they've been working on that one now for about half an hour. So with any luck, at the speed that I'm moving at, which isn't terribly fast, they'll be nearly there by the time I get there. One can only hope. We shall see. Alright, but I think just down here there may be another tree down, so I'm going to pull in just before this bridge because I can see a queue of boats already. There, and there's the next one. Alright lads, now if those boaters hadn't have been as well prepared and as well armed with chainsaws as they were, they probably, you could argue, I'm sure health and safety would have argued that it shouldn't have been done. However, had we left it to the authorities to deal with, the Canal River Trust would have to have come out, site inspection, blah 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 blah, contracted someone in to come and do it. It could have took days and days, and well, I had to postpone a day at work down south. I couldn't get down there that day. Great excuse for not going to work though. I'm trapped behind lots of fallen trees on the canal. Couldn't be disputed. But a lot of people along there, everyone had somewhere to be, and you don't move very fast as it is when you are moving your boats. And then when a delay like that, which is days, really sets you back. So, but there was a real a boating community spirit. Everybody just mucked in and got involved. There was a few moments where I had my heart in my mouth of some of the chainsaw activity. However, no one got hurt, trees got cleared, everyone got moved. Happy days. Well, now that's all clear. We're well on our way and we'll be in Paisley very soon. So this is a good time to leave you with the montage. I'll see you next week.